This is the rose garden, and it's not your traditional rose garden. What the team have done here is they very cleverly put some amazing specimen and species shrub roses in here, but they've interplanted with a whole range of hardy perennials that gives an extended colour and a different colour palette throughout the season. We have got the amazing roses here dotted through of all different colours, and then between them we've got irises, we've got nepeta, we've got violas, we've got astrantia, alliums. Obviously this is now rose season and they're now starting to bloom really well here at Chatsworth, and we can keep these flowering literally all season long. The secret is, of course, deadhead. When the flowers go over, and that one's been dashed a little bit by the rain, another few days it will have gone over, so we can snip those flowers off, and what that will do, of course, is encourage more shoots and more flower buds to form to give that continued display of blooms. And you know, with a little bit of deadheading on a regular basis, there's no reason that we can't keep these roses flowering from, you know, late May, early June, right the way through till September. We've got things like the nepeta here. This is a great ground cover. This is one that you can treat quite harshly. I mean, it will flower and flower and flower, but again, you can cut out the flowering stems and there's always masses of new growth coming from below that will take its place and give you, again, a continued display of flowers. I love foxgloves. They're dotted all around and it just gives these columns of growth. Now, we always think of foxgloves as being just a one-hit wonder, but they don't have to be. Yes, in the wild they would flower, seed and die, but once this main flowering stem here has flowered, what we can do with it is we can cut it off here, and what we've got in these leaf joints just here, we've got little growths. They will grow and we will get multiple shorter heads of flowers in several weeks' time. So again, it's all about extending the growing season with those. We've got alliums here. Again, when they finish flowering, we're going to get those big seed heads. We've got astrantia growing just here. This one looks like one that we grow in our garden. It looks very much like a variety called Roma. Great for cut flower, but if you keep deadheading it by cutting out the stems low down when they've finished, they will continually put up more growth. But just look at these amazing flag irises, and the flowers look to me just like crepe paper. They are wonderful, standing really well here. We take the flowering stems off. They won't reflower again, but we've then got that lovely architectural foliage, and these have spread into a nice clump here. And what you can do if you want to, every 3 or 4 years, is in August time, lift up a clump. Seems completely the wrong time to do it, but that's when we divide these flag irises. We lift up a clump, we divide it, trim down the foliage and plant it. And the tip is, when you're replanting your flag irises, the rhizome, that fleshy root, needs to be facing the sun and it needs to be on the surface. We don't bury it deep, it needs to be exposed, and it's that sun on it that helps to ripen it and encouraging the flowers next year. So it is absolutely wonderful. It's a tapestry of colour. I just wish my garden looked like this at the moment. Maybe in a few years' time it will. But hopefully, if ever you get the chance to come to Chatsworth, come here and have a look at this amazing rose garden.